Mental health is something that needs to be spoken on more. As someone who has personally struggled with their mental well-being, I am very passionate about it. You see, depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders are talked about so little when they are so common among today's generation. According to the CDC National Center of Health Statistics, roughly 45,000 people die from suicide per year. Also noted by the Center of Disease Control, the suicide rate in the U.S. has increased by 24% between 1999 and 2014. Suicide is not something to take lightly. Mental health is critical. We, as a human population, need to take a step in the right direction by learning ways to help prevent such terrible mindsets. We need to start making it mandatory to do a monthly check-in on students to make sure the stress of friends, family, activities, and academics aren't causing mental strain so serious that we need to look further into them. We also need to educate on the signs that someone is depressed or suicidal. If everyone knows what the signs are, then we can help our coworkers and peers get the help they need. I chose to speak on this as to reflect on my personal struggles with mental health and what I wish people would have done to help me. I lost so many friends just because they weren't properly educated on mental health issues and how to help people deal with them. They all ended up distancing themselves from me because they didn't know how to help, and for the person struggling, that can make things a whole lot worse. Mental health, when those two words are put together, most people think of negative things like sadness, stress, feeling overwhelmed, crying, etc. However, when we think of mental health, we should be thinking of positive things like happiness, comfort, love, and joy. But it's so normal for us to have mental problems and disorders that we can no longer view mental health as a thing that could be good. Depression and anxiety are especially affecting today's teens and younger generations. Statistics from psychologist Robert Lee show that the anxiety levels of today's teens is the same as that of insane asylum patients from the 50s. This means that we would be considered too crazy to be out with the rest of civilization back then, but now are just seen as normal. As cited by mentalhealth.org, depression affects 8 in every 100 people. This is not just a minor issue. This is something that people are struggling with all over the world. It's not something that we can just keep putting to the side to handle later. We need to act now in order to make a change in the way we live. We could do things like making sure to pay close attention to those we are close with. If you see someone harming themselves or others, you need to report it to a trusted personnel immediately. Even if it's just threats, it may seem minor now, but when the person loses their life to the ever-growing battle of their mind, it won't be. Help options for people that are feeling as though they need it are not as widely available as they should be. If someone needs a therapist or medicine to get the help they need, it may be too expensive for them to afford. That is our fault. We need to lower the prices of healthcare so that people can get the help they need and deserve. Young people can often be told when they come to a trusted adult about the struggles that they're undergoing, that they're just attention seeking, or that they're being dramatic. None of this is true. Feelings, no matter how young the person feeling them, are all real and valid. Adults too need to be educated on mental health. Signs that someone is not doing well include being easily irritated or losing their temper quickly, distancing themselves from others, sleeping more or sleeping less, and seeming not to be interested in the things they used to enjoy. There are many more, but those are just a few. Make a change, help educate those around you, help keep our generation alive. Thank you.